I hit go live. Okay. I love the music for the opening. Like it's like makes me want to dance a jig.
It is a good music. I didn't actually get to hear the music though on my side. I just
It's
get to
like
see the.
dun, 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 dun. I don't know. It's like
But
this
I heard it in my
country
mind. I
banjo
listened to it
sounding.
earlier today, so I
Okay,
listened to it.
I'm gonna let you lead the way on this because you're better at it.
Well, tonight we have it is Saturday, June 27th at 8:10 p.m. and 11:10 p.m. on the
Ooh.
Western time and Eastern time. And we're going to do tonight just a little bit of a Q&A, right? Not really a
Yeah.
show, but more of a get to know us and for me and Terry to get to know one another again after all these years.
Again.
Again,
The key's
after
gonna
all
be
these
can we
years.
predict each other's answers? Because we sent the questions,
Yes.
but we did not send answers.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so what we've come up with is we're going to be asking each other, or I guess we're going to be doing one question, then she'll ask a question back and forth, and we're just going to give her honest answers. Now, do you
Okay.
already have answers in your mind to these questions?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I do.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I do not. I do not.
okay,
I have like one. I have one.
why don't you go first? You start the chain.
So the first question to you,
Or I can ask you the first one.
oh well, either way,
I don't care. Flip a coin. I don't give a fuck.
I don't. Go
Okay.
ahead.
What is one odd thing that you collect?
So I do have them in the closet, and I was going to dig them out in there, but I do have a little, and I still don't collect them currently, but I did collect them at one time. Um, Back in 1997, the Spice Girls had lollipops that were released to in candy shops, and inside these lollipops, they had two different ones. One that was like a little foot that you licked, and you dipped in like a little sugary thing, almost like a Pop
Is it,
Rocks thing.
I was gonna say, was it sour or fizzy?
Uh, I I don't think they were. I don't think it was sour, but it might have been fizzy. And then the other was like a little globe, a little circle, and it had like strawberry coating, and the inside was gum. But on the inside of the package, when you opened it up carefully, there was a Spice Girl sticker, and there were 30 of them, and I had all 30 of them.
Wow.
And one summer, my sisters and I, we we drove from different gas stations to gas station to get these lollipops.
Did you get all 30?
I did.
Damn.
They're
Okay.
in the they're in the closet in there. I'll bring them up really quick.
That is a
But
weird one. I gotta say, I actually did not know that.
yeah,
I've known you 20 some years. I did not know that.
so here they were. There was the packaging. There's the little circles. Their face. Each Spice Girl had their face on one of the inside of it, but the inside of it was gum. Another little factoid about that is I have a little chip on my tooth right there. It's from eating the Spice Girl sucker. It got chipped. The dentist fixed it, but they didn't fix the very top right there. So, yeah.
Well, that's a weird one. I gotta say,
Yeah, that's what the individual ones look like. And then
that
inside
is
of
a
it
weird one.
was a sticker.
Damn.
So, let's go to one of the questions that I had for you. Um, what brings you most joy in life?
What brings me most joy?
Yeah.
I mean, this is obvious, but laughing. But actually, for me, it's making people laugh.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Just, I just really enjoy it. Like, I think it's not a challenge, but I think, like, when you can do that, there's a certain skill to it, you know? Because I appreciate when people can make me laugh.
Yeah.
So, definitely laughing. That's I mean, that would be anybody, though. I think they would say that.
Well, I don't know.
If
Some people seem to be really serious. Is like, oh, do you like? I don't know any per se, but I mean, I know some, but they're not in my life directly.
Yeah.
But some people are super serious, and I don't see how they could completely be that way all the time.
No, I don't know. I really don't. Um, I feel like I'm not serious. Like, I might be serious 10% of the time.
Yeah,
90% of the time, I'm not. And so that doesn't play over well, because I'm sarcastic and people don't get it. So I have a lot of failed attempts at making people laugh, but I figure if I can make myself laugh, that counts,
yeah.
you know?
Well, I always remember, and I need to get some of these clips for from the past. Um, but you always did funny stuff on the show, and even though it was just small stuff to begin with, and then even your laughter was funny on the
It's a
show.
cackle sometimes. I
Yeah,
think that oddly enough, considering the recent events, that you had referred to it as a witch cackle.
I did.
And yeah, I think yeah, and it is kinda sometimes I'll hear it. And then if I hear myself laughing like that, I just laugh more. And so it's a yeah, it's a chain of
I need
events.
to I need I need to find the chuckle corner and play that.
It's like a I don't know. You should bring that up though.
Yeah, I need to do
Just
that.
have that on your quick button there.
Now, I did find the other day before we move on, I did find the very first radio show that I ever did with a co-host I won't mention. We did it at Emory and Henry on WEHC The Buzz. We did one episode over there,
Did
and
you listen
I
to it and
no,
critique yourself?
I don't know if I can listen to it. I have it. I have it on cassette
I
tape.
get that.
So, but I think I'm going to take it to the radio station and at least attempt to listen to a little bit of it.
You should
Yeah,
play it. You should pull out bits and pieces of it.
maybe play it live on air.
Yeah. I
So,
don't
okay,
think people
what's the next?
understand well, okay, we can talk about that
Yep.
later. Um, let's see. Um, okay. Which era of SNL is your favorite? And which skit makes you choose that era?
Now, when you said that,
Whatever you want.
um, I hadn't really watched it in quite some time. So when I was younger, it was always like it seemed when I was younger, it was always on. And it was always on in reruns on either Comedy Central or E. They both ran SNL all the time.
Yeah.
So that's I saw a lot of it when like after it had already been over. You know what I mean? Like after a new cast had went on. But I remember like coming home after the movie theater when I worked there, sometime when I before manager, and SNL would come on at 11:35 on Eastern time, and um, I would always gravitate to a lot of Chris Kattan skits, and the
Chris Kattan,
reason
I could see
being
that.
is that they're just so silly, they're
Yeah.
just so, and it's not even like humor that I think that I would want to do. But when I would see it, like I sent you a little picture of, and I watched a little video of a little sketch called Goth Talk, hosted by Molly Shannon and Chris Kattan.
Yeah.
And some of the guest people that came through, Rob Lowe was a guest that he was on Goth Talk. And sometimes, like sometimes they would try to find. Do you ever remember this at all?
I don't remember that. I'm gonna look it up. You had mentioned it earlier.
Well, they're like these two teens, and they're from Florida, and they're trying to do like a
Okay, now
goth
this is starting to sound familiar.
like a goth type show.
Yeah.
But they do it in random places, like in the living room at their house, in the janitor's room at their school, just random. And they always get interrupted. And like one of them works in the mall at like a pretzel stand. And it's really silly, but sometimes they'll have guests on, and it's just it makes me laugh because it's just so. silly.
It is. I mean, I can imagine that. I'm thinking of, like, Coffee Talk,
Coffee
and
Talk
the
was a good
church
one.
lady was really funny. I did like that, and the
See, that
Californians,
was
which is
this.
funny to me now, funnier.
Which one?
The Californians. It was this mock soap opera, and so they would be like, "Take the 10," and, it was a lot of likes, which sounds familiar.
See, this was
But,
Golf
yeah, I
Talk. What they
can
look like. There's Molly
when
Shannon and.
when you sent that earlier, I thought it was, like, a band from the '80s.
Did you?
Yeah, because I had never seen it, and so when I opened it up, I thought it was yeah, some, punk pop band from the '80s.
Oh no no no! They're
No,
supposed
but
to
I'm saying
be.
that's what they look like.
They're supposed to be teenagers in like doing a goth show in like a basement. What they're trying to do, but they
I'll
always
have to
get
check it out.
interrupted. Like the janitor interrupts them, or like his brother. Like it's really silly, but it. So that was probably I would say 1997. Because I know when I was in like 11th grade, I would rush home. Well, I wouldn't rush home, but I would get home and from work, and SNL would be on, and it would be during that time. And that's actually the time when I wrote Norm Macdonald for an autograph. And 1 year later, I received an autographed picture in the mail of Norm Macdonald.
Do you still have it? I know
I
you
do.
do. Yeah, I know you do.
I do. So that was kind of cool because I had forgotten about it. And then just something came in the mail one day, and it was like it's in a manila envelope, the same envelope it came in. It's about it's a headshot.
Norm
Um,
Macdonald is funny. We'll have to tell a story later
but
about
it's a
that, but
headshot. Here's what it is. It's a headshot from when he did the show called Norm, not from
I
SNL.
remember that.
But I wrote him when he was on SNL, but he got fired because he made fun of OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
So I didn't get anything until the next year. So
Damn.
yeah.
You're gonna have to
So
frame that and hang it up in the back.
I should hang that up right beside the cease and desist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see another question here. If you were a TV or movie character, who would you be?
Like, what I want to be, or do I feel the most is relatable to me? Like,
How
if I could be,
who do you think you're the closest now of who you are, if
um,
anyone?
it can be a cartoon or a
Yeah,
probably
anything.
Daria. Probably
Oh,
Daria.
Daria?
I went back and watched a lot of that, and I really yeah, she's really funny, I get it. It's funnier now as an adult than it was when I
Right.
first watched it. Now, if I could be any character, I would want to be probably Leslie Knope from, Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
I use her as my standard when I'm getting ready to do something and I can't make a decision on how to act. I ask myself, "What would Leslie Knope do?"
Do you?
That's what I ask because I've watched Parks and Rec so much, and, yeah, if you do that, if you know her character and you do what you think she would do, it's gonna be good. She's genuinely like a good person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you would choose
That should have been what we put down is what do we think the person's gonna say?
right, that's true.
What would you think that
I thought you well, I was gonna go
Elaine were you gonna
maybe I
say
would go
Elaine?
with Carrie in the original Sex and the City.
No, fuck that. I went back let me just say this for the record. I went back and watched Sex and the City. Carrie's a fucking bitch. She is the worst friend ever.
Is she the
Like,
worst friend on there?
everything Carrie?
Who's the worst friend on there?
Carrie.
Is
She's
she?
terrible. Everything revolves I know the show is about her and her column, but she's a horrible friend. Absolutely
What
horrible.
about Nurse Jackie?
I never watched Nurse Jackie.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh.
Now, I would love to think that I was somebody from Game of Thrones, but I'm not born of royalty, so
Or
can't do
or
that.
the main character from Weeds.
Oh, well, I've had some experiences. I almost said Elaine from Seinfeld because I
But you
am
don't
friends.
dance like that though, do you?
Yeah, but if I danced, I would dance like that. I feel relatable because sometimes I rewatch that show a lot, and I'm like, "You are so Jerry. You're Jerry,"
I am.
And I'm like, "Okay, well then, yeah." And we all know. I know a few Georges and a few Kramers. Um, so I feel like, and of course, we do know a Newman
Yeah. Yeah.
all too well. We know a
A
Newman
worse Newman though.
somehow worse.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah. So Daria or
Okay.
Elaine. I'll take Elaine.
Okay. Good choices.
Okay. Hold on. My phone. I keep letting my phone lock. And so, okay. This one's for you.
Okay.
Um, okay. If you had to choose between the two, would you choose $120 million now with whatever lifespan you would have, or would you choose to live to be 120 in perfect health? Perfect health. You're
I
never going to have to go to the doctor.
I would choose 120 years of perfect health.
Yeah. Good. That's the right choice.
Yeah.
I kind of was
Because
wondering. I was like, you
well,
might go the other way.
when you wrote that, I was like, I bet she doesn't know. No, my younger self would have chose differently.
Yeah.
But I don't choose it because I have bad health now. I choose it because I value life more than money than I did then. Like I
Yeah.
appreciate it now. And you can always make I've wasted so much money in my life and it can always be made. Like you know what I mean? But life and health, you can never
Well,
get
and
that
if you were in
back.
perfect health, you would be able, sorry to cut you off. You would be able to not have to worry about any issues. Like you're going to be able to work. You're not going to be out of work because you're,
Health.
yeah,
Or
or
yeah.
any, I mean, and money doesn't really matter as much as people think it does.
No. Money, I got to be honest, like I've had like not, I've never been a millionaire, but I've had where I've never had to worry about money, and then I've had where I've had, $3 or $4 in the bank. And I've the having money makes you feel easier, like, if you have a lot of bills, but it doesn't make problems go away,
No,
you know.
it really doesn't.
But I gotta be honest, I don't really things have been going well and I don't really have a lot of problems really.
I feel like that too. And I feel a little guilty sometimes when I have friends that do have issues, because for the most part, truthfully, any drama that is in my life, I've allowed it to happen.
Right.
I've been the cause of it. I can easily stop it. I don't, but I do really appreciate being able to have a stress free life.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got my health stuff, but for the most part, it doesn't really affect my day to day life.
Well, see, I mean, I do have things that do stress me out, and I have stress in my life, but the biggest stresses that I did have in my life, I don't have in my life anymore, which makes me be able to handle the small stresses that I have much, much better. Like I'm able to cope with things like that better because
Yeah.
I don't have a constant, huge stress. And that's because honestly, I've made, like, you seem like you have pretty much a small circle of friends.
Hmm.
And I have that now too. But I've made the circle, basically I do 5 shows a week or produce, 4 to 5 shows a week. Um, and then, have a full-time job and then drive 15 hours extra per week. So my days, plus go to the gym, usually see a movie a week. Um, so my days are pretty packed. And having that structure and having just certain people be in my life has made the stress level seem like it's went down. I
Yeah.
mean, I have a lot of little tiny stresses, but
Yeah. But
nothing
I mean,
major.
little stuff is not,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, cutting out people as it's one of those things that you notice it. Like if you're under a lot of stress and you have somebody in your life that's stressing you out, as soon as you cut them out or take a break, even if it's just accidental, you're like, "Oh, I feel so much better. Oh, well, I haven't talked to that person."
Yeah.
And
Well, just like part of the stress that I let go of, led me to, drink some. So
Yeah,
I don't have that anymore either. So that's really good, and that saved me a lot of money too. So
yeah.
that's good as well. Moving right along, let's see here. What's been one of the biggest regrets that you have had? A regret that you had. It doesn't have to be the biggest, but maybe a regret you've had.
Um, regret I had probably staying in my second marriage as long as I did. Because getting out of it sooner wouldn't have changed that much. So there was a few years there that I feel I kind of lost. Like I would have still moved out to California. I would have still done all that. I just should have gotten out of it way sooner.
Yeah,
Never should have got married. That's the big part of it. Um, and I don't think it would have really changed where I am now. Because
yeah,
getting here has been a chain of events, but that just kind of prolonged the negativity in my
yeah.
life and took me longer to heal after it because I had spent so much time in it. So I feel like there's like 4 or 5 years there that kind of were just wasted on nothing.
See, I feel like I have the lost years too. I refer to that in my mind a few years, like the lost years. And so yeah. I don't want to say my biggest regret, but um I
Was
can I
what?
can understand what you mean.
Oh, your
Um
relationship.
yeah, okay, so what's your next question there?
Oh, okay. Um, who is your favorite stand-up comedian, and which special of theirs would you recommend, or like really made you choose them as your favorite?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have a favorite per
Well, you
se
have to
because it
pick.
I have a lot. I don't know if you do this, but when I'm watching stand up, I'll go to whatever I'm like my mood. I can't just watch, like, for example, I like seeing stand up a lot live. And I've seen a lot of people live that have made me laugh that I didn't expect to make me laugh. Like Dave Coulier from Full House made me laugh in person
Really?
when would see it probably on TV or something, I would never have laughed. But it could have been because I was in a group of people that were laughing. Um, Norm Macdonald's been one of my favorite that I've seen live, and you
Yeah.
saw that
I
live
went to
as
that with
well.
you. Yeah, that was a wild ride.
It really
It
was,
was uncomfortable. It
and
was uncomfortable.
that's what I really liked about it, and I like that we experienced that because not that many people have
It was a
experienced that.
small yeah, it was
The
a
DC
small
Improv,
venue. Yeah.
yeah, there's one that a couple. I'm trying to think of one specific special. Um, I'd have to look up, but I like he's really dry. But do you know Dimitri Martin?
I do, I do. He's okay. Maybe I need to check him out more.
Well, there's
Maybe because if
one
you're
particular
suggesting him.
there's one because I met him one time and I saw him in person. I saw his show live in Charlotte. And I like some of his stuff. I was like, okay, it could be okay, but the stand up live made me appreciate. It put me in mind of when we first saw Zach Galifianakis
Yeah.
because he had a DVD live at the Purple Onion. If I had to recommend a stand up show, I would recommend people to see that. To be honest,
Really?
yes,
You think it holds up?
I've
Because
not
that would have
watched it
been
in a
like
long time.
2011, 2010, maybe.
I don't know if it would hold up, but I do know that it was unique, and I thought it was unique then. I never had seen stand up quite like that. Because he had like the board that he drew on, he had the piano. So I
Yeah.
liked all that because it was more than just a stand up show. It was kind of theatrical a little bit.
Well, and everyone should watch it, because his brother makes an appearance. I like his
Seth,
brother more, yeah.
Seth, Seth. Um,
And
yeah. So
Between Two
that's
Ferns is really funny. That's a funny show.
it is a funny show, and I think it works really well. The shortness of Between Two Ferns. I've never
Yeah,
watched the
because 'cause they're only
movie of
like
it.
3 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, very short. So I would say like stand up live. Well, obviously, Norm has passed away, but his show was good. Um, Michael Ian Black had a good show. He used to do a lot of those I Love the '80s and '90s episodes. And I think Talitha and I saw him at the Sixth and I Synagogue in DC. Um, and
DC
Tom
has some
Green's,
great comedy shows, like small places. I mean, LA's got a few in the surrounding area, but DC has a surprising amount.
and I used to go to them all the time. Like Tim Meadows, I saw from SNL, which he did. He didn't really do stand up. He did more like they did like sketch comedy, like whose line is it anyway, kind of thing. Janine Garofalo, she did a great show. I'm trying to think. Hal Sparks, I saw him there. Um, Pauly Shore, Andy Dick. Well, Andy Dick didn't really do stand up, but Shelly and I were going to go to an Andy Dick show in DC. We were going to go. On the way up there, I think he gets arrested and the show's canceled. So Shelly and I end up going to Myrtle Beach. But Myrtle Beach is so crowded that we can't find a motel room within an hour of the beach. So then we just
Jesus.
decide to go to Pigeon Forge. And we do all this in one trip.
Myrtle Beach is quite a bit south of DC.
We were on the road for like 14 to 15 hours.
Yeah.
That was the first trip that Shelly and I ever took together.
Damn.
And it was originally going to go see, we were going to stay with Michael and Talitha and go see Andy Dick at the cinema and draft house in Arlington. So, um, but yeah, I love going to stand up shows. I
I
don't
do
get to
too.
go to them as much as I used to.
Well, hey, if you ever come out here, we'll try to find somebody at the,
Well,
in
weren't
Palm
you
Springs
saying
at the
that
casino.
the John Mulaney tickets were super
They
expensive?
were ridiculous. So was Bill Burr.
How much was Bill Burr?
About the same. Like, we're talking like 250 probably.
All right, let me ask you this. Now, before we go to the next question, where's Glendale from where you are?
Glendale is in Orange County, right?
I think so. It's because there's a Catacombs Film Festival. In my film and Tyler's film, we got in, but they say it's at the Lamel Glendale. I guess that's the theater in Glendale.
Oh, no, Glendale's, like, north of LA. It's near Pasadena,
So how far from you
near
do
the
you think?
Rose Bowl, Griffith
Three
Park,
3 hours?
all that. From here?
Yeah.
2 hours and 48 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, that's, doable.
Well, they want people. They said we have room for a few more people if you're based in the Los Angeles area. So I don't
Hmm,
know. I guess Bombay Beach wouldn't really be considered the Los Angeles area.
not really. We're closer to San Diego. Well, I don't know. We're about the same from LA to San Diego.
I mean, I had like got like an invitation. I mean, they were just saying they have spots left. I mean, I made it into that one, but not as a competition. But if they're like, yeah, you're in competition, I'd be like, yeah, I'm from LA or live in LA.
Just lie.
What?
Just lie.
Yeah. Um, let's see here. What's a series you'd highly recommend?
Like a common one or one that a lot of people haven't seen?
One that you would recommend either way.
I mean, I'm always telling people to watch Breaking Bad. Always. Um, and Game of Thrones, but Breaking Bad's a little easier to watch.
There's less
Um,
names to memorize.
there are less names. Yeah, Game of Thrones has got a lot of details and a lot of different.
I've watched like 3 episodes, and I was like, "There's too many
Well, Breaking
names."
Bad. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
I
It is
need
a
to finish
classic.
it. I've watched the first 3 seasons, but never finished it.
You really have to.
Actually, I watched
How
them
can you
out
watch
there.
3 seasons and not and just drop it?
I watched them out there.
Okay, well, go. I
Yeah,
think it's on Netflix,
I
maybe.
think it is. I think it is.
If not, it's on Hulu. Whatever. I've got both of those. Just watch it.
I would choose. I think I would choose 6 Feet Under if I had to go with the
Okay.
drama.
All right. You know what? I'm going to change my answer to 6 Feet Under because not a lot of people have seen that.
It's so
A lot of
good.
people missed it because there was so much else going on HBO at that time.
And I feel like now, like more people have access to HBO Max than they did then. Am I wrong about this?
I would think you're probably right. I mean, I do a Hulu, HBO, and Disney Plus bundle. And so that pretty much covers everything I need. Add Netflix into that. I only have Peacock. I go off and on it when SNL's on because I can watch it live.
Okay.
And see, what you gotta understand here, that starts at 8:30.
Oh yeah, SNL is at 8:30 there. I
Yeah,
never really
see, it's
thought
because it's
about that.
live, yeah. So it's like, if I was out at a bar or something, I've used it as an excuse to go home. I'm like, "I gotta go,
So it's
SNL
actually
started."
pretty early then. I never really I mean, I know that it was,
Yeah.
but I never really
I came
thought about
home,
that.
watched it, and then went back
Because
to
it's
the
only an
bar.
hour.
It's only an
Like it's
hour and a
on
half.
yeah.
Yeah, it's over by 10.
Oh yeah, it's an hour and a half. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I'll change mine to 6 feet under.
Okay. Good choice.
Yeah. I
What's
mean, you can't beat that ending episode. Still,
no.
I've
Well,
never seen one
the
better.
thing was I had first come down to your house and it came on Sundays on HBO. And I watched the last season before I'd seen any of the others.
Oh,
And so I'd seen all of the last season, season 5, because they only did 5, and then went back once I bought the DVDs because then there was no streaming.
yeah. Well,
So
I don't know if you feel this way. Most of the main characters are female, I guess. Like, maybe not, maybe not. But I kind of relate to a different character every time I watch it, rewatch it, because
yeah.
it'll be like every 5 or 10 years, and I'll be like, I was pretty young when I first watched it, so I related to now I can't even think of her name, Claire.
When was the last time
And
you watched it?
about a year ago,
The whole
about a year
season?
ago, it was last summer. Yeah, I'll watch the whole series.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I,
mean, there's only 10 episodes. There's only like 50 episodes total.
Now I haven't watched it. I had purchased it at Best Buy. They had them on sale one time for $20 a season.
That's
And
not bad.
and I bought them all, which I've since sold them on eBay years ago, but I wish I wouldn't have done that. But I don't think I've watched them all since then.
My
They
cat
put me
wanted
in
to
a
be involved.
very odd mood.
It is a very melancholy, just I mean, it's 6 feet under. It's about a family that owns and operates a funeral home. But it was so for its time original
Yeah,
because every episode starts with a death
a death.
in a different way. The death that they're going to be handling that week for their funeral business. But so you know that the people that you see when it starts, and you don't want to miss the episode at all because you got to get
No,
that first 2 or 3 minutes.
it sets the tone for the whole shit, the whole episode.
Yeah, and it would usually be like they died in a certain way, so that would be relevant to the storyline. And it was just really well coordinated,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
thought so too. I thought
Okay,
so too.
all right. Oh, I have a last question for
Oh,
you.
the last question. Okay.
The last question. Okay, if given the option, would you travel to space? The fuck? My cat is being a dick. He didn't want to hear that question.
He didn't.
He did not. Larry. My cat's named after Larry David, of course. Because Larry David, if he was an animal, he'd be a cat.
He would be a
So,
cat.
yeah, he would. So, if given the option, would you travel to space to colonize another planet, never to return to Earth? Like you're just all in, but you're going to be, you might strike gold. Who knows?
Am I up in space alone?
No, you're going to colonize. So, you're going with a group of people, but they're not necessarily people you know, but you're just going to be starting a new civilization on a different planet. You can pick your planet. We'll say Saturn.
Mm. I mean, I would have to say, sure, why not? I don't know how I would feel about going with people I don't know.
Okay, you get to know one of the people.
One
There's like 50 people going, and you know one of them.
of the,
So you're not, yeah, you got a little bit of a connection, but they're all,
okay, yeah, I would do, but I'm never able to go back.
nope.
I can never take any of my belongings on Earth to Saturn, right?
No, it's a complete start over, but it's, exciting because you're going to space.
Now I'm going to space. Now, when I get there, is there already like a place for me to live, or do I have to build up from nothing?
Well, they have an area, where you have oxygen and what, you can live as a human choose
Right,
to live on Earth, but you've got to start. I don't know. I mean, I would assume if this is happening that the planet has what you need to survive.
right. Yeah, I think I would give that a try. I mean, the only way that I
I think you have
wouldn't,
to. I think you have to.
because you know what it's like on Earth. You know what it's like to live here. You know what it's like to do the day-to-day thing. And Saturn, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, if you're able to go there without any, risk of death or any of that when traveling, because how long does it take to even get to Saturn? Thousands of years, hundreds of years? I can't
Let's say
remember.
they got the speed pass
But
thing,
we're able to do it. Yeah, I would go check it out.
in a year. You can get there in a year. So you're
Yeah,
going to be on a spacecraft of some
yeah,
sort for a year.
yeah. I would do
I
that.
would have to. It's kind of like robot sex. Like you just have to. You have to know. Curiosity would kill the cat.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Your final question for
Okay.
tonight is: when you look back over the past 20 years, are you where you thought you would be?
I genuinely couldn't have even guessed. I could not have made this up. Creatively, just I couldn't have figured it. No. And I'm gonna you are you?
No. I'm
No.
so
Did you
disappointed.
all
I'm
right.
so
That's the key
disappointed
to
in
that.
my
I was gonna say, are you surprised or
Yes.
are you disappointed?
Yes, I'm disappointed. I'm surprised and disappointed thoroughly. I'm not really surprised about you. Like,
It checks out,
yeah. Yeah,
you know.
like looking back, knowing you, obviously no, I would have never known Bombay Beach like a location, but
Well, 20
the
years ago,
things,
I was hanging out with you and you had the Salt and Sea poster in your room.
you know, or the
So that was
DVD.
it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
That's
So,
yeah.
um
Well, that sucks
I
that you're disappointed in where you
I didn't
are.
expect to be on the East Coast at this point. Um but I do not think that, like a lot of people when they get to our age, they're like they seem to give up.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not that way at all, because there's nothing that's keeping me from doing what I want to do except myself. So I'm moving in the way that I need to move, which I should have done years ago.
And I think you will. I think you had to play out all your options. You're not a, you know, jump
I
without
don't have
any
the
person.
fearlessness that you do, which I wish
Yeah.
I
I mean, you
did.
call it fearlessness. It could just be just insanity. I mean, it really could. I have
I
no
mean, it,
idea.
it could be, but
I mean, I've
but
gotten
yeah.
lucky. I'm still here, but
So yeah, so that's 10 questions with
10
with
questions.
with TNA tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Um
trying something different. My
yeah.
earbud keeps falling out. Yeah.
So I did drive by the
Oh, yeah.
Felicia
Yeah.
and I drove by the um orphanage the other day. So I don't know if you remember the video that I took, but there was a vehicle in the little opening where you could see
Mm.
across. So I went there during the day. The vehicle looks like it's parked there on purpose to keep you from going across.
They've been listening to the podcast.
So when you kind of stopped in the road briefly, the grass is grown up so much that I couldn't see anything. I couldn't even see.
Man,
I
I wish
could
I was
see.
within like a day's drive of there. I would be like, we're doing this.
So if I can think about it to tomorrow, if it doesn't rain, I may give another drive by during the day. But yeah, that's the latest on that. But I do think that truck is part. It looked like a coal truck, but when I went by the other day, it wasn't a coal truck. It was just some kind of old big. It was a little bit smaller than a coal truck, but it was. You could tell it was parked there so nobody could drive across.
That's so weird.
Yeah, because there's not even a way to
What are
really.
they hiding? I mean, I know we, exaggerate for entertainment purposes, but why?
I don't
What
know.
is their fucking deal with that place?
I've got to do some more research, and also there has also been
Well, Camp Bethel's right on the other side of the mountain.
right.
Look, I've went down some rabbit holes about this place. And so the people that own Camp Bethel um, own part of that mountain. So there's like a
Okay,
mountain range that separates the orphanage and that road from Camp Bethel. And so if you look at what's it called? The lines where it marks off property.
just a property
Anyway,
line, I guess.
basically, they own part of that. So it could be something to do with that.
Okay,
I don't know. I would have to look into it. But when you look at the whatever it is, like if you go to it on like an aerial view on Google Maps, you'll see what I
yeah,
mean. Someone on the chat or on the comment feed the other day was talking about St. Mary's Hospital, and the morgue, and I've heard that growing up, in Wise County. I've heard that from more than one person
well,
about St.
Talitha's
Mary's.
mom used to work down there,
You should ask her if
and
she ever saw anything.
and then I've passed out there before when I've had blood taken.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you meant like walking around.
no,
The ghost
yeah,
gotcha.
no,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll have to definitely do some things like that.
Yeah,
So
Robin and
tomorrow.
I have some plans.
So tomorrow night at 9 p.m. your time, 10 p.m. on the east, or 12 p.m. on the east, another episode of Salty Tonight. Can you give us any taste of what you all have in store, or no?
I mean, not necessarily, mostly because we have nothing planned.
Okay.
So that's something that we're gonna have to talk about, and I'll talk with her and try to figure it out. Um, Maybe we can get an itinerary put together,
Now, do
you
you
know?
put this background this color, or does it do it itself?
It was like just pick a color and I liked it. So
Okay.
I can change it.
No, I didn't know because I was wondering. I was like, I don't know if on mine if it even has these colors to choose from.
Yeah, it's just in the default ones. Now I could put a picture so I could get like a really cool shot of Slab City and put behind it or
Yeah,
something, or the Salton Sea.
yeah.
I'll fuck with it.
So yeah, it's been a fun show tonight.
Fun times. No, this was good. This was good.
So
Yeah.
you want to go ahead and give out all the social media platforms where people
Okay,
can see
so
the show?
it's Salty Tonight, as it's spelled on the bottom there. Salty Tonight, all one word, on everything. On Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. Um, that's kind of it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So all of that, it's all Salty Tonight. So if you search that, and if you want to email us, it sounds so old. People really email anymore?
They do.
Well, okay, if you want to email us, it would be saltytonightpodcast at
Okay.
Gmail. And especially if you're in the area, we would love to have on guests or, any ideas. We're looking for regulars,
Okay.
funny regulars.
Now, if people want to check out the other people's show, they can do that on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. The other people's show, or my co-host Felicia. She is very close to getting monetized, so please like and subscribe her stuff too. Um, yeah, I'm glad that I do like this like podcasting videocast network that everyone's starting up. I think it's going
Yeah.
to do well. And
Yeah, I think we just have to be consistent.
yeah, I think so. And any projects that you're working on out there other than just the show?
Making some voodoo dolls. I made a voodoo doll today.
Did you?
Yeah, she's sitting over there.
Okay. Are you going to show her off on the show at all? Never. Can't do
No.
that.
No, it might seem a little threatening. She is designed after someone.
Oh, okay. So that needs to stay off
She's
camera.
gonna stay over there. Yeah.
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 All right, everyone. With Terry, it's been fun.
Yeah, it has.
All right.
It's
Good
been a
night,
good one.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.